なお願いなのは分かっているのです。でも助けてほしいのです。
This is Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 fates worse than death in anime.
これが人間。
葬人を確認。
For this list, we're going to be counting down our picks for the most brutal endings that anime characters faced, some so savage that normal death would be a mercy. Do any of these demises make you retch, or do you find them rather tame? Let us know in the comments, and as always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next.
Why won't you die? Damn you, fox!
It's the Sinning Tree.
Number 10, Idol Transformation, Jujutsu Kaisen.
君たち、
そうね。
マナーは守ろうね。
Turns out there is something worse than being eaten by a curse. You could fall victim to Mahito. Able to touch and alter the shape of anyone's soul, the murderous ball of laughs has no issue in turning his targets into hideous creatures. Prisoners stuck inside their own new agonizing forms. It's a miserable existence, one that is infinitely prolonged if Mahito decides to keep them as trinkets or weapons to be used to dispense any jujutsu sorcerers he comes across. No one wants to spend a lifetime dangling in his pocket.
これが人間。
Number 9, Sinning Tree, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Why won't you die? Damn you, fox!
It's the Sinning Tree.
The moral of the story, never piss off Kurama. He may seem like the romantic of the group, but he also knows how to deliver the most sinister kills. Ensnaring the elder Taguro in his trap, the fox demon truly bears his fangs here by sentencing him to an eternity of torment.
Wow, that's freaky. He still thinks he's fighting you even now, when he's all wrapped up?
While the sniveling Taguro might think he's chasing down Kurama, he's actually become the unwilling host of the Sinning Tree, a parasitic entity that will cause him to hallucinate while also feasting on his life force. Kurama's garden must be terrifying.
Kurama's anger has sentenced Taguro to an eternity of suffering, forever chasing his foiled revenge.
Number 8, Spontaneous Human Combustion, Fire Force. It can happen to anyone, there's no way to reverse it, and it's a terrible way to go. Becoming an infernal, whether due to the influence of the White Clan's insects or just an unfortunate case of bad luck, turns your average soul into a walking flame.
葬人を確認。
Barely able to control themselves and in a constant state of pain due to their bodies constantly burning, the best that any of the inflicted can hope for is a swift disintegration courtesy of the fire soldiers. Number 7, Neuronist's Plaything, Overlord.
あら、起きたのね。ネズミは良好かしら。
It's hard to believe there's something worse than being eaten alive by a sea of killer ants, but Ainzel Gon pulled it off. And its name is Neuronist. This hideous blob with surprisingly well-manicured nails appears to be a great lover of torture, the kind that involves shoving spiky things into places that no one wants to have spiky things shoved.
私を作り出された方が尿道結石というやつで苦しんだって話でね。それに敬意を表して、まずはこれから行うのね。
We mercifully never see what happened to the poor bloke caught in their clutches, but we can't imagine he had a good time.
これくらいで泣いてたら大変よ。
Number 6, Chunks, Dorohedoro.
勝負でクズ。じじいよく見とけ。 俺みたいなのを本物の魔法使いって言うんだ。
There are a lot of ways to meet a grisly end when you live in the hole, and right at the top is messing with Shin. Getting clobbered by his hammer until your head is mulch is certainly gnarly, but nothing compares to him using his smoke.
早く殺してくれ。わかったよ。
Like his fellow sorcerers, the Dark Mist has unique magical properties, and in Shin's case, it slices a person apart like salami. Except they don't die. They're still alive, even as they're bleeding all over the place in 100 different pieces.
Number 5,
floating in space. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
カーズは二度と地球へは戻れなかった。
He wanted to become the perfect being, able to live forever without fear of the sun. In some twisted way, Kaz got his wish. After ascending into a super being, the leader of the Pillar Men was blessed with immortality and domination over all life.
破門使いの貴様を死という暗黒の淵に突き落とす儀式には。
Turns out that it came to bite him in the ass when Joseph Joestar used an active volcano to send him hurtling into space. Now frozen in place, all Kaz can do is wander the cosmos as a statue, destined to live on as a husk of his former splendor until his mind finally goes blank.
そして死にたいと思っても死ねないので、そのうちカーズは考えるのをやめた。
Number 4, Buried Immortality, Naruto Shippuden. Evidently, Hidan bet on the wrong god. Despite being able to live on even after getting torn apart, this Akatsuki member found his immortal body turned against him thanks to Shikamaru's top-tier planning. As revenge for his murdered teacher Azuma, the genius ninja puts Hidan's eternal life to the test by exploding his body to bits and burying him into the deepest hole he could make. Considering he can't regenerate or heal his limbs, means Hidan's gonna spend the rest of time suffocating as a living head. Yikes. Number 3, Curse of the Abyss, Made in Abyss franchise. We all know what befell Miti after she was exposed to the Curse of the Abyss. She was reduced to a blob-like creature that couldn't be killed by any conventional means. It's a harrowing fate, with the only silver lining being that she was granted the sweet release of death via Reg's incinerator. The same could not be said for the rest of these poor souls. In the battle between the cyborg and the White Whistle, we see the leftovers of the vast experiments Bondrewd inflicted on his victims, who were left to wallow around in darkness as subhuman life forms. Number 2, Time Loop, Higurashi When They Cry franchise. Having your closest friends try to massacre you, impaling yourself with a knife, having your entire town turn into a bunch of crazies, just one of these things would be enough to scar someone for life. For Rika, all these things are a revolving door that keeps coming back around again and again due to her village's curse. Oh sure, some things get shuffled, but with every restart, there's always another gruesome outcome right around the corner. Can you even calculate that much trauma?
でも、私は逃げない。運命なんてぶち壊せるものだって教えてくれた人がいるから。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Centuries Worth of Pain, Bleach.
さあ、すでにその薬は投薬済み。
Leave it to a mad scientist to come up with one of the most creative ways to kill off the competition. While Zaelabaro and Kurotsuchi are both equally unethical when it comes to experimentation, it's the Shinigami who ultimately won the battle of science, slaying the Espada with a simple stab.
この超人薬ならその効果を何倍にも何万倍にも何兆倍にもできる。
Oh wait, scratch that. He first injected Sailor Burrow with a drug that made him perceive everything so slowly that the time it took for the sword to reach his heart felt like 100 years had passed. That's some next level savagery right there.
さて、それでは100年後までごきげんよう。
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.